And let's talk about Tyra Banks. So, if you saw that, what was it? That docuseries reality check Inside America's Next Top Model. Even once you get past all the stuff where people felt like Tyra didn't take no accountability for any of the stuff that was really going on during the time where she was the host of and the executive producer of that show. A lot of people felt like she didn't really take accountability and all that other stuff. And she did mention after everything, not I guess failing to read the room, that I'm going to we're thinking about reviving America's Next Top Model for a cycle 25. And it was met with mixed feelings. I don't know how people feel about it today, whether they're more yay or nay, but nevertheless, she did speak on it, and she said that they're interested in bringing the show back. Well, now, according to a report from Radar Online, they're saying that if they do bring the show back, they might just kick Tyra to the curb and just revive the show without her. So TV execs are considering a reboot of America's Next Top Model and may be more willing to pick up the reality contest without the diva who built it, Tyra Banks. Networks love the name recognition, one television insider said, but they think the show needs a softer, more modern face to lead it. Bigwigs are eager to reintroduce the series to a younger audience after years of viral backlash over resurfaced clips showing harsh critiques and controversial challenges. The brand still has huge value, another source noted, but internally, their feeling is that the next version should be more empowering and less intimidating. Well, how are they gonna make that work when the fashion industry really hasn't evolved? Now, Tyra is not interested in being pushed aside, a source said. If they want the show without her, she's perfectly happy to walk away and take her show with her. So, according to the story, they're saying that the show needs a softer, more modern face to lead it. I don't know who that would be because quiet as it's kept, like back in the day when we had the Christy Turlingtons and the Naomi Campbells and the Claudia Schiffers and the Kate Mosses and the Tyra Banks and the Naomi Campbells. I don't know if I said a name, but if I said it again, oh well. Um or the Imans, these girls had real personalities. I can't think of any of you new generation broads that got the personality these girls had back in the day. So who could y'all pick? The only ones they would probably say is Gigi Hadid. They tried her on a show. It didn't work. That was that horrible ass fashion show with Tan France on Netflix that only lasted 2 seasons. So I can't see her hosting it. Here's the thing, regardless of how you feel about Tyra Banks, I don't think the show would work without her being a part of it. If you're going to do America's Next Top Model and bring the show back, it needs to be with Tyra Banks. But if you're going to bring Tyra Banks back, you got to bring back Mr. and Mrs. J, and you got to bring back Nigel Barker. You can't do a whole show without those core four, even though the core four is feeling the way about each other at this point. So I don't know how this show would work. Now, one of the things I was thinking about, because um like, look, she created the show and been of the face of it for 23 cycles. Remember, because one of the cycles she wasn't on there, Rita Ora was, and we see how y'all responded when y'all brought in a new person. Then they had to bring Tyra back. So, if Tyra is omitted from the revival because of all the Gen Z post-COVID backlash from watching past episodes, then I think that maybe what they should do is create a whole new show because um I don't know if you could call it America's Next Top Model and then have a newer generation. They watch the old episodes because of COVID shutdown. So they decided to put it on, they binged it, and y'all just picked apart everything around surrounding that show. And there was a huge backlash because of a lot of the controversial challenges from there. Yeah, we all knew that it was like crazy to watch, but like I've said many a times, it was the times in which we lived in and things were different. It was all about because it was all it was Survivor and Fear Factor and American Idol, and a lot of that was you had to have the mean judges, the one that would be real shady to you if you performed and really get up on your skin and hurt your feelings, whatever the case was for ratings. Like it was a lot of crazy stuff that they put people through for ratings in those days. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that was just was the times. So I did read this other article right after this one when I was talking about it. They're talking about bringing back the Victoria's Secret fashion show. So, and they said they're looking for a new angel. So maybe what y'all need to do instead of doing America's Next Top Model, why not create a show around the Victoria's Secret fashion show that you're looking for a new model? Similar to Dance with the Stars. So Dance with the Stars, I don't know if y'all know, has a new show that's coming out, I think this summer, where they're gonna have it's gonna be like dancing and they're also gonna be living in a house, Big Brother style, or whatever the case is. And the basically what it is that whoever the winner is of this show becomes a new dancer on this neck of the upcoming regular season of Dance with the Stars. So why not do that? Have a bunch of girls try out to be a Victoria's Secret model. We're looking for an angel. You do challenges based on that. Have a bunch of former Victoria's Secret models, a model turn host, whoever that is, I don't know, cook that show up, and then have them go through a series of challenges, and the winner of the show becomes an angel. How about you do that instead of coming aboard and trying to do a revival of America's Next Top Model without Tyra Banks? Because she owns the IP on it. She owns the show. She's an executive producer. So I don't understand how you're gonna make the show and not have the OG of the show come back. It's kind of like when I was saying about I stopped watching Project Runway when Heidi Klum was no longer part of it. Now that she's back, and I am kind of upset, even though I am kind of upset with who they picked to be the winner of last season. But I thoroughly enjoyed Project Runway and seeing, you know, Heidi there. I know people was upset that Tim Gunn wasn't there, but I also love Christian Siriano. So I wasn't that upset that Tim Gunn wasn't there because Christian comes from America's Next Top Model. He's a fashion designer, one of the most famous ones to come out of the show and successful ones. So it made sense to have him there. And the show worked for the most part. Not who they chose to win, but nevertheless, the show works. And seeing that Heidi was a part of that, that worked for me. Now, in the Guards of America's Next Top, I was like, yeah, I can't see y'all doing it without Tyra. But I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story from Radar Online? I mean, you could take their stories with a grain of salt. It's a little tabloidy. But if this turns out to be true, do you think a show like America's Next Top Model would work without Tyra Banks being a part of it? They've tried that in the past, and it clearly did not work. Y'all brought in Rita Snora, and y'all did not receive the show the way that they thought. I think Laura Roach was on that season too. And yeah, the show didn't work, and we all moved on, and then they had to bring Tyra back. So um like I said, if y'all not gonna bring her back, why not just do the idea that I gave y'all about the Victoria's Secret thing? Maybe that'll work. Or just create a whole new fashion show like they did with Naomi Campbell with The Face. Remember that show? So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.